All right, here we go. We are live for Monday's NBA slate. We got how many games today? 8 games. So let's just dive right into it. Before we start, make sure you like the video. Aim to get 10 likes on this video, and make sure you sub to the channel. Pushing 100 subs already this quick. So thank you all very much. But yeah, let's just go ahead and dive right into it. Let's get this pulled up here. Let's go right to the study hub. So you see update time here, 12:30 p.m. So we should be getting an update here probably like an hour and a half, maybe. Like sometimes we get an update like 5 Eastern, but I would expect just like a final update like 5, or not 5, 6:30 Eastern. It's like 30 minutes before the slate. That's typically what we get. Yeah, sometimes we get a midday run, but I don't really see anything changing to need a midday update. So actually, let's jump on over to Underdog. So just news to watch. Scotty Barnes is questionable, which is interesting for the Raptors. Typically, a team I don't really like to get to too much unless there is an injury. So say we take Scotty Barnes out here, right? So Scotty Barnes is going to be out. So I mean, then we got Siakam at 8,700, who's been going nuts, right? Where's Siakam at over here? I mean, 3 games, we got 44, 72, and a 50. That's good stuff. Good stuff from Siakam so far. Fred VanVleet at 8,600 is okay. You likely see a bit of like a rating jump here. OG Anunoby gets like a big rebounding boost, I would think, in the event that Scotty Barnes is out. Gary Trent likely see the same. It'd be interesting who we see between like Precious Achiuwa. Maybe Chris Boucher gets in there, but that would be a lineup that we would have to pay attention to. Those are all DK salaries, by the way. Let's look at some FanDuel salaries as well for Toronto. See if any of these guys would stand out. I mean, Siakam at 9K is deservedly so. Still projects very well. But I mean, VanVleet 7,300 is nice. And Anunoby at 68 is kind of where you want that to be. Gary Trent. I think Gary Trent just stays okay. But yeah, then we would get some value in either Achiuwa or Chris Boucher, both in the 4K range on FanDuel. So yeah, that's what we're looking at for the Raptors. Alex Russo, probable. Doesn't really change much for me. Dylan Brooks, that's an interesting one. I mean, basically, if Brooks is out, then we're just getting to more Desmond Bane, kind of how I think of it, and then just the normal guys from Memphis that would be some value. So like, let's say Brooks is out, Tyus Jones gets a bump, Conchar gets a bump, is what I would expect. Is Santi going to start again? I would like Santi to start again. Santi, definitely a guy I've been liking as a value. Let's just look at Memphis here on DK. Yeah, just 5,100 over here, getting no ownership. Kind of had a dud last game, but the 2 games before that were very nice. Also, 40-point blowout here. He probably gets to around that 30-minute range if it's not a blowout. So that's an interesting one. Any other ones? Sengun is questionable with an illness. I'm not really sure. Not really sure which way that's trending. Anything? Concussion protocol for Ingram. That's tough. See, aren't the Rockets? Are they still down Bruno Fernando as well? Bruno Fernando expect to be out. Yeah, expect to be out till Wednesday? So they got Tari Eason, Usman Garuba. You see we're getting some Garuba on DK. It's interesting. A value at what, 3,500? Gives us some decent value. Jabari Smith. What do you make of Jabari Smith? The shot attempts are there. Usage rate kind of where you want it to be. Has some block upside, double upside. I think Jabari Smith is okay. Let me pull up the comments here. See, Husker says, let's go. for sure. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay. Yeah. Anyone that has any questions, any comments, like any 1v1s, 2v2s, stuff like that, just gonna toss them in the chat, and we'll go ahead and answer things for you there. So let's go ahead and clear that out. And so get a lot of Philly today. Just a lot of Embiid, a lot of Harden, mostly getting some PJ Tucker on DK. I believe he's in the 3K range. Look at Philly DK 3,700 for PJ Tucker. But I am getting a lot of Harden, a lot of Embiid on a lot of Embiid and Harden on DK. I don't mind playing them both. They probably I think it's gonna be fine. I don't see any reason not to play them both. Both have an extremely high ceiling. James Harden at only $9,000. Very, very good. Both guys I'm gonna have for sure. If you're playing tier 3 James Harden, that should be for sure one that you get to. See if I'm getting anyone else from Philly on DK so far. Look at all. Getting Harden, PJ Tucker, Joel Embiid, Maxey, and then some Tobias Harris. Maxey and Harris are fine. Pretty good values. Both under 15% owned. PJ Tucker under 10% owned. I'm getting massive amounts. Maybe one that I looked to reel in a little bit close to lock. Just because he's PJ Tucker. Does he have like the like the 25-point upside on a nightly basis? Not really. Usage rate very low. But I mean, if he's the value down there at 3,700 allows me to get to somebody else, then I think that's okay. Let's see here. Other guys can get to a lot of Bam. Not sure how I feel about it, but a lot of Bam. Once again, a double-A guy. Get the minutes. Usage rate is a bit suspect. I mean, Boston, Toronto aren't really the the sexiest DFS games. I believe he ran into some foul. Oh yeah, he ran into the foul trouble against Boston, but against Toronto just didn't really have the usage that we want. I mean, only 7K. He has the upside to get like 10 to 15 shot attempts, double upside. It just need him to play better. I mean, it looks like I'm going to be there, right? Under 20% owned, double-A, 33% chance to get there. Really nice rating. I'm not gonna fade just because of what he's done recently. Again, a lot of James Harden, a lot of Kelly Olynyk playing the center spot for a very fast Utah team. I mean, 3 games in a row. Look at these scores: 122, 121, 132, 126, 123, 102. It's gonna be points scored. Gonna be points scored, and if Olynyk's out there 35 plus minutes, yeah, he was in foul trouble in this game. He fouled out in this game and still put up 39. I'm gonna be there. No doubt in my mind. I'm gonna be on Kelly Olynyk. Let's get a refresh for ownership. See what this looks like. Still Vassal, 35% owned as of right now. My process, I will be fading there. Who's the highest owned? This is like the A tier guys. Highest owned right now. It looks like Siakam would be the fade based on the process. I mean, I really don't see a reason not to just get to a lot of James Harden, Joel Embiid, and Bam Adebayo. If you want to go Jokic over Embiid, I think that's fine. No problem with it, especially now that both Harden and Embiid are in the 20% ownership range. If you want to just pivot to Jokic, I think that's okay. Only what, $400 more than Embiid? Has been playing so far. Really good game against OKC. What was that? 2 days ago? Not bad. I don't really see reason to just not get to any Jokic at all. So I likely want to. I do want to get to Jokic. Maybe I do like a little even split here between Embiid and Jokic, but we'll see when we get closer to lock. Anthony Edwards is an interesting one. I mean, just has the GPP ceiling that we're looking for, right? Usage rate very good, really good minutes, volume shooter for sure. Gonna get a shot from three. Gonna get the boards, assist up and down. Not really a guy that I would say has triple double upside every day, but it's just at a really nice price point, 7,900. I do expect to be over the field there. If you're gonna play anybody from the Knicks, I would prefer it to be Julius Randle. 8,200 for a guy that should be like a walking double double. I mean, he's getting a lot of shot attempts. Usage rate is where you expect it to be. I don't mind Julius Randle at all. Like these really high price guys, I mean, that concentration right now is going to Joel Embiid. I don't see myself getting to Durant or John Morant. Just better places to go at those positions. Anybody else down here that's interesting? If you want to take a shot in a tournament and you play Rudy Gobert against the Spurs, I think that's okay. A bit of a low rise percentage, though. Maybe you prefer to go to Karl-Anthony Towns, but I don't see a reason why Rudy Gobert couldn't, have a ceiling game today and get like 20 rebounds. Anybody else down here that's really interesting? Halliburton's been playing very well. Not the. Can we get all this blue out of here? I mean, not the best spot against Philly, but I mean, 3 games in a row with anywhere between 24 to 35% usage rate. Really good at shot attempts. Really good amount of assists. So if you want to go Tyrese Halliburton, I think that's an interesting one. Under 5% owned. So maybe that's the guy you want to get to. Let's see here. With Conley playing, do you think he'll get less minutes than usual? Less minutes than usual. Okay, so let's just go over Utah real quick. Let's see Utah. So Utah against Houston, by the way, that's gonna be very high scoring. So Mike Conley. Conley played last night, 36 minutes. Actually played every single game. Are you referring to Mike Conley? Just to make sure. I'm assuming that's who you mean. But yeah, I mean Utah. Where I'm going to be is likely Marketing and Olynyk. The guards, I'm not really getting there in this mid range. There's just better places to go at guard. Like in the 6K range guards, I mean, like right now, Desmond Bane, Jalen Green, I'm getting there. I would even say Cole Anthony before the Utah guards. Get some Anthony Simons. Interesting. A lot of shot attempts there. Okay, you meant playing back-to-back. Okay, so Mike Conley playing a back-to-back. Do we think he's going to get less minutes? Okay, so in the event he does get less minutes, I mean, it will likely go to Malik Beasley or Colin Sexton. How many minutes did Sexton play? Only 19. You can see that coming up for sure. Malik Beasley getting 21 minutes. Does that push 30? Definitely possible. I haven't seen anything yet. Talking about Mike Conley. Yeah, I mean, I would assume if Mike Conley's in, he's just in. I think that's the best way to go about it. I don't think we should go into this game assuming Mike Conley is going to get like 20 minutes. I don't think that's the best way to go about it. Again, not getting to their guards anyway. So at the end of the day, for me, it doesn't necessarily matter. Like we just go back to Utah guards real quick. So let's say Colin Sexton gets the boost at 5,400. Would I rather have Colin Sexton or Josh Hart? I'm gonna get Josh Hart every single time. Would I rather have Colin Sexton or Marcus Smart? I'm gonna get Marcus Smart every time. So I mean, I don't. For me, that doesn't necessarily play that much of a factor. It's just not something that's gonna really affect my day too much. But yeah, unless we see something in like the underdog tweets, I think of Mike Conley's he's gonna play. Let's look at FanDuel. We got about 13 minutes left. So this is the FanDuel crunch I did right before going live. Chalk guys over here, Kelly Olynyk and Anthony Edwards. It's kind of chalky over here. I'm definitely fine fading. If Anthony Edwards is chalk, I mean, he can easily just have like a dud day, and it'll be fine. 7,400 is a fine price tag, but if he's chalk, I'm fine going elsewhere. So let's see, guys. I was getting over here. A lot of Embiid again. A lot of Vassell, a lot of Bane. Ben Simmons is an interesting one. Only 6,400. Usage rate low. I would expect that to stay the same on a team where he's got Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Just like a 15% or lower usage rate is probably what we're gonna get. He's out there to play like like a Draymond Green type of a role where he's getting those single doubles, right? Can definitely do 10, 10, and 10 any given night. I wouldn't be surprised. But I mean, he's out there to wreak some havoc on defense. He's not out there to shoot 15 times. That's probably the best role for him, anyways. But get to Ben Simmons. Definitely a guy that can just pull down 10 boards and then have a pretty good day. He is also getting a bit of a boost in minutes as well. So I'm certainly fine getting Ben Simmons. I really like Jalen Green. Just getting a ton of shot attempts on a nightly basis. 20, 21, and 19 so far. Just really, really nice work for Jalen Green. Like that a lot. Obviously, he has the upside to score 30 points. He can score the ball, 6,300. Going to be there. Again, Bam Adebayo on FanDuel. I'm going to be there, assuming things stand. Under 10% owned. I'm definitely there a lot. Definitely there. We'll see. We're waiting on Sengun news. If he's out, then guys we were talking about earlier for Houston. Let's see, where is Houston? Houston's right here. So guys on Houston. So we get no Sengun. Usman Garuba. I'd assume KJ Martin probably plays the 4. Again, no Bruno Fernando either. Why are we not seeing Boban? Has Boban played at all? Played the other day for 4 minutes. Be interesting. We see Boban. Definitely watch for the Rockets lineup. This is going to be an interesting one. A very high scoring game. I'm probably going to be on a lot of Rockets. So definitely watch out for that one. Kevin Porter Jr. is a guy I'm getting a lot. 7,200. Really good usage rate. Has triple double upside. But yeah, I definitely like I like Kevin Porter a lot. Running with the I don't know if he's running with the ones. He runs with the twos quite a bit, so they're likely staggering him and Jalen Green a bit. But yeah, definitely someone I'm gonna be getting to. Josh Hart is an interesting one. Just like pretty good point per dollar guy. I mean, 14 boards, we should not expect that. But guy's gonna be out there a lot of minutes. Usage rate is fine, but yeah, definitely getting someone that's gonna tack up some boards and some assists, wreak some havoc on defense. So definitely got on FanDuel that can definitely be a solid performer. Oh, what's going on, Kyler? Yes, Huskers. Thank you. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. We're aiming for 10 plus likes. So if you can help me out there, and we are pushing 100 subscribers. So if you get subscribed to the channel, that'd be great. I would, yeah, definitely appreciate it. And of course, appreciate the support thus far. Yeah, something interesting. FanDuel lines today. I was looking at like optimal crunches. Let's see here. Yeah, so getting 2+ A-tier players. So not the 3 to 4 we were getting on those bigger slates, but I mean I think 2+ is the number for today. And see, everyone we're getting is 10% or higher in the rise percentage, anyways. So maybe make a group for like everyone that's like 15+, or maybe the number's 20+. Like, what's the let's just do this. Let's do this live here. What's the what's the number here? So let's do rise percentage at least 20%. How many players do we get? We get one, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe go a little bit lower. Maybe it's 15. How many did we get? I mean, this is essentially like the core of the exposures. What about like 18? I mean, these high rise percentage guys are just guys I'm getting a lot, just naturally doing like optimal builds. That's interesting. So let's just make like the normal group again. Rise percentage guys over 10%. Name it rise. Yeah. Kyler says Josh Hart just does a lot against multiple categories. That's definitely why he pops his value, for sure. Yeah, I was getting him a lot in the Yahoo crunches as well. But yeah, Josh Hart's definitely a guy I do like to get. Let's see here. So something we can kind of toy with on the FanDuel side. So the projection tier, I did number of A and B players. So let's redo this one as well. It's like if we just look at A tier, it's a decent number. Let's just go ahead and make the group. It's the projection tier. So the number right now in optimals is 2 to 3. Let's just say exactly 3. See if this changes anything. Does that change the optimal score too much? Or what, sacrificing 6 points in median projection? And how much in ownership? A lot in ownership, actually. I mean, yeah, we're getting cumulative ownership of 173. I mean, are we getting just like a ton of Sengun that could likely make a shift? Get some Bruce Brown over there. Bruce Brown could be a decent value. 10% chance to rise. Get some more Jaylen Brown now. And this is exactly 3 A-tier guys in the lineup. Interesting. We're getting a lot of Jimmy Butler in these crunches. Under 20% own. It's okay. Hasn't shown us a ton. Not really in a lot of fast-paced games, though. Playing Toronto. I mean, it's definitely a way to get different for sure. Just ownership across the board is going to be lower. So I mean, we're still getting a ton of Bam Adebayo, a lot of Jimmy Butler, again, a lot of Karl-Anthony Towns, a lot of Karl-Anthony Towns. It's a really good matchup against the Spurs. Getting some Jokic, more Randall. Let's see here. That is nothing. Less James Harden. Interesting. Well, let's see how much it changes if we do exactly two. So I mean, here we're definitely getting ownership numbers around the 200s. We are getting some deviation though. Like, did the three crunch go down that much? It did. It did. I mean, a big question when you're doing like 150 max is how much do you want to give up in median projection versus ownership percentage? And I mean, that really comes down to like a personal preference of how much you're willing to give up. I think it really depends. I mean, typically I try to stay a bit optimal. We'll have to see. I mean, as of right now, at around 5:30 Eastern, I think I plan to do at least two. So, or even like between 2 and 3 A-tier guys is fine. And then just kind of let the optimizer go from there. So just basically just like not pigeonholing all the lineups to have, not an optimal amount of A-tier players. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it. I'm likely going to get a lot of Embiid regardless of what I do. Bruce Brown's kind of popping now at 4,100. No problem with that. What's Bruce Brown done so far? I mean, back-to-back pretty good games, all in all. I mean, if you get like 14 from Bruce Brown, that's fine. Kind of expected. And then, I mean, Dame Lillard is an interesting one at 8,800. You got to think if Portland stays in this one, that Dame is doing a lot. I mean, just a massive usage rate. He's gonna carry if Portland's in it. It's like A-tier guys that we're getting in this crunch. I mean, I'll gladly be over the field in Dame Lillard. Jaylen Brown's an interesting one too. Only 8,200. Shot attempts are where you want them to be. Lost to Orlando somehow, but I mean the minutes are very good. Shot attempts where you want them. He's gonna shoot better from three. 4, 12, 1 to 6, just not something that I expect too much. Double upside as usual. Certainly fine. But just kind of wrap things up here. Watching the underdog Twitter for this injury news, I would say probably the biggest piece. Scotty Barnes, if he's out, then Toronto starters are going to look better. How much better? We'll see when projections come out. And then Dylan Brooks one is key as well for Desmond Bane. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. DK, a lot of Harden, a lot of Embiid, a lot of Bam Adebayo right now. We should be getting a update projections in about an hour. So yeah, it's kind of where I'm at. Just gonna try to get a little bit different today, I think. And then we'll kind of ride out from there. So yeah, pay attention to the Underdog Twitter and pay attention to the Rise Fall Discord for any changes. If you want to get involved with TeamRiseFall.com, get code teammate, $10 off your first month. And before you head out, make sure you like the video and sub to the channel, and I will see you all in the next one. All right.